Hey, this is Scott of photography.bonsai.com. Today I'm doing another photo excursion video. This was taken in late March. Went to a cookout with friends. I also walked around the park. There's some nice paths and such. The camera I was using was a Pentax K-5 and 10 to 17mm f 3.5 to 4.5 fisheye lens. That's the Pentax branded one. I'll first show you some of the bad photos, or the ones that I didn't care for, and then some of the better photos. So this is unedited. No increases in contrast or anything like that. But framing wise, I don't like how it turned out. I curved a little bit too much. Makes it confusing. Here again, framing. It's trying to get close up to objects to produce background blur. Of course, with a lens like that, it's pretty difficult to get very close to the subject. Here again, focus right in the center, trying to get that background blur. It takes quite a few shots to accomplish what I was doing. In this case, the camera focused to the background instead of the foreground. So a little bit of user and or camera error in that situation. Here, it's all the camera lens. You can see this large amount of purple fringing. That's avoidable, but with such a wide lens and the fisheye effect, you're going to have problems like that. Can be corrected to a point in post-processing. Here's some other ones. Focus was off. I think this was an accidental shot. And here it's not too exciting. This one, more framing things. I didn't like how it turned out. Here I was experimenting a little bit. It's definitely good to experiment, but not every photo will turn out as you had hoped or things like that. So the last photo I didn't like. Doesn't look too sharp, not too interesting. The people are cut out of the frame and just that food is the center point. So here are some of the better photos. I did pretty reasonable amount of post-processing to these to make them stand out a little bit. So this one, you've got this nice bike path or walking path and pretty vibrant look to it. The frame is curved a little bit, but I think it flows pretty well with that road. Here, I showed you the last photo, that one, but here's the better version of that. Definitely more contrast and such. That was done in post, but the framing wise, I thought this was worth improving in post rather than the other one. Got the nice fisheye effect in the background, but then it's a pretty sharp subject in the foreground. You can see you definitely can get some decent background blur with that super wide angle lens. See, that was at 15mm, so it's pretty close to the telephoto end of that lens. This one I decided to go grayscale. I think it worked out very nicely in this situation. The reasoning here is that, again, with the purple fringing, let's see. See, it's pretty strong. Color, that's a nice image as well, but I like the grayscale. If I were to spend a lot of time fixing up the trees up here for that issue, I think the color version would be nice as well. Here you've got person. I'm always a big advocate for having people in photos to provide scale and added interest. You can see he's taking a photo of the river here. Another one, just a nice path photo. Could probably be a little bit sharper, but it's not too bad. Here's another one with, I showed the lesser photo right there, and the one that I liked better. This little spring here is down toward the edge. I think that works out better. Here's a photo to really provide the fisheye effect. You've got these two trees, which are obviously not bowed like that in reality, but with the lens you can do some pretty interesting things. Another nice path photo with the bridge here. Here's a final one, another black and white. Thought it worked a little better that way. You've got the group of guys here waiting on the chicken things here. So that was it for that little excursion. Thanks.